Hi everyone, it's Lynn Terry, Low Carb Traveler of TravelingLowCarb.com, and I wanted to answer a couple of the top questions I get all the time about perfect keto. So I have a lot of frequently asked questions, and I'm going to make this super quick, but want to definitely kind of answer you all at once instead of answering like 10 times a day in different places or what have you. So as you guys know, I've been using the MCT oil, and I am currently using Perfect Keto's pure C8 oil. However, I always recommend and let everybody know to use the MCT C8 C10 oil. So you can check on my blog and see about what kind of MCT oils not to buy. There are a lot out there on the market you do not want. But anyway, I generally use a C8 C10 blend, and I am testing this one because you guys know I love to test everything. And one of the things I'm testing is there a big difference between C8 oil and C8 C10 oil? No, except the price. So that's why I always recommend the C8 C10 blend, because it is cheaper. And I have tried both on a regular basis and don't see any major difference. I get the same benefits, the same results from both of them. The other question I get asked a lot, as you guys know, I order their collagen. Now, collagen is a weird thing because you would think all collagen is the same, but like MCT oil, it's not. And one of the collagens I tried in my coffee was really funky and salty, and it ruined my coffee. So I just decided to stick with Perfect Keto. And let me tell you, when they have specials or sales, I stock up. So I have, the last order was 3 of those, and I like the unflavored collagen. It's just unflavored collagen powder, and theirs has MCT in it also, which is really great. So it's got your fats and your proteins, but the collagen has been really good for my hair. My hair is growing again, which is amazing. Let me get rid of that. I don't know what else I have in here. Anyway, so I always stock up on that. This one I've already opened because I use it daily, but that is one of my favorite products that they make. So the big question people ask me is, do you use them in the same coffee, the MCT oil and the keto collagen? And I don't. Actually, I put the MCT oil in my first morning coffee, and the reason I do that is for 2 reasons. It's a major appetite suppressant, and so it's going to hold you over until almost dinner, or it does me, till a late lunch or an early dinner. There's that. So it's great to do in my very first morning coffee, and I've found it's most effective, the MCT oil, if I use it before I eat anything. So if I wait until the afternoon after I've already eaten stuff, it doesn't seem to have the same good effect in terms of if you want to do less meals, less snackings, less cravings, that kind of thing. It doesn't seem to have the same impact. Also, it raises your internal heat. It raises your metabolism. So if you have it too late in the day, it could potentially keep you from sleeping well at night because you get a nice energy boost from it. So first coffee in the morning, I put MCT oil. Then I have another coffee later, and I put the collagen in the other coffee later. That said, I have been known to put them both in the same coffee with no adverse effects or anything like that, so that's fine too. The other thing, and these are expensive, but you cannot travel with a powder, like a big jug of powder. TSA is not going to like that at all. So these are more expensive. I only use these when I travel. They're the travel packets, but it's the exact same thing, the unflavored keto collagen and collagen powder. But it's the same thing, and this is the one I use at home, so it's a lot more cost effective. Things I do not order from Perfect Keto is anything, their base, for example, or anything that has exogenous ketones in it. So their base does have exogenous ketones in it. I got this in one of the boxes as a sample, and I've held on to it so I could tell you guys this. But I don't recommend anything with exogenous ketones, so skip all of those products. They do make an MCT oil powder if you prefer that over the oil. They make an unflavored one. I got this also in a sample box. And these are good for traveling too, of course, if you prefer the powder. I have little oil packets I take with me when I travel. But speaking of their MCT oil powder, it comes, and so does their collagen, comes in lots of flavors. So we have MCT oil powder here. If you don't like the idea of oil or If the oil bothers your stomach, the powder could be easier on your stomach. So they make flavored MCT oil powder and unflavored, and they make flavored collagen. So what I have here is salted caramel of each. I do not like these. And I love their salted caramel bars, but these are way too sweet for me in my coffee. Can't do it. But I'm saving them because they have recipes on their website, and I do not like to throw away food. So they have some recipes that look really good, and since you can mix these powders with pretty much any liquid, I thought I could make a salted caramel chocolate sauce. I could make their chocolate brownies because I also have the chocolate MCT oil powder. So they have a brownie recipe, and then I could make a salted caramel sauce to go on the brownies. So I'm going to use these products, just not in my coffee. I don't like the flavor. Some people love them. To me, they're just way too sweet. The other thing, and we're going to wrap this up in a second, I just wanted to explain to you how I use the products, what I don't like and why. And I have got to sit down and publish this recipe on my blog because it was amazing. The other thing that they have, besides their bars, and I'll get to those in a second, is nut butter. And I originally started with the travel packs. It's a box of packets. It's the exact same nut butter. However, these are a lot more expensive. Obviously, any kind of like portable keto or travel packs are going to be a lot more expensive, but I travel and hike with these and love them. They are not sweet. They are really good. It's raw macadamia nuts, raw cashews, raw coconut butter, MCT. It's got medium chain triglycerides, and it's the same quality MCT that they sell in their oil and powder, and vanilla bean powder and sea salt. That's it. It is so smooth and so creamy. Anyway, it's not cheap, but it is cheaper to get it by the jar. And let me tell you, I baked with this, and I baked a loaf of bread that was amazing and made the most decadent grilled cheese sandwich I have had on keto ever. But it was gluten-free, extremely low-carb loaf of bread. And so watch for that on my blog at travelinglowcarb.com because I will absolutely publish that recipe for you. But I have baked and cooked with a lot of nut butters. You guys have seen some of my nut butter recipes. This stuff is because it's so creamy and it has, like all the soft nuts in it or whatever. Oh my gosh, it baked the best texture of bread. So watch for that recipe. Love their nut butter. And let's see, there was a comment here, someone said, and now I don't know how to get back to it. Hang on, here it is. It was Kayla, said the salted caramel was way too sweet for me too, but the vanilla is good. Thanks for the tips on making stuff with them. We'll look for your recipes. So I'll share those recipes. They're on their website. And I've included a link with this video so you can go to their website, you can search their recipes. But they have lots of recipes, and I'm big on that. If I get a product I don't necessarily love, then I will find other ways to use it. Speaking of salted caramel, it wasn't my favorite bars. They have like 5 flavors of bars. Mind you, I bought these, and you saw my package with the 3 things of collagen. I bought that too, but I wait until they have a sale, or I wait until things go on special, and then I stock up. So that happens to me now, by the way. So anyway, salted caramel was not my favorite bar. It is now, though. It grew on me. But in the beginning, I didn't really like it that much. But if you chop it up, like into crumbles, and you put it on your yogurt, your low-carb yogurt, or your keto ice cream, and maybe put like a peanut butter or chocolate sauce. Like you can take almond butter and MCT oil and sugar-free chocolate and melt it all down together. And that with this crumbled up salted caramel bar on your yogurt or your keto ice cream is amazing. So find creative ways to use products. They're expensive and they're healthy. Like their stuff has really, really good ingredients. Their bars, for example, they have MCT oil, they have collagen, they have almond butter, they have all the good stuff. They're a really good source of healthy fats and proteins. So I will say they have 5 flavors now. And the newest one is cinnamon, and it is good, but I'm still gonna say the almond butter brownie is my absolute favorite of all the bars. Almond butter brownie with chocolate chip cookie dough being second, and I'm not a chocolate chip cookie dough fan. It's not my favorite flavor anywhere. However, theirs is really good, and the texture is nice. You've probably seen that in my blog post. So I say that lemon poppy seed would be my least favorite flavor on any product. I'm not a lemon person, but I have 1 bar left. Like, if that was your cell phone signal, you would be like, oh, and that's how I am with this. So to say that, these are not my favorite, but yeah, I'm down to 1 bar, that's saying a lot. I don't eat a lot of bars. However, when I'm hiking, on road trips, when I'm traveling through airports, when I'm staying in a hotel room, a lot of times when I'm hiking and traveling, I don't eat huge meals anyway. And these, like some bars, you eat them and you're hungry 30 minutes later. Or you could eat them with a cheeseburger. But these actually hold me over. These fill me up because they are 11 grams of protein. They have MCT in them, lots of healthy fats. So they're actually going to be more filling than some of the other bars out there that are more like candy bars and have a lot of junk ingredients. These don't. They literally don't have like an entire paragraph of ingredients you can't pronounce. So anyway, the lemon's my least favorite, and I'm down to my last one. So the almond butter brownie is my absolute favorite, and I'm hoarding those. I only have 2 left. I'm hoarding those, which that's what you do, right? This is my least favorite, so I'm like, I only have 2 of each left. I'm definitely going to eat this one and save these for special occasion. All right. Anyway, the newest one, this is the salted caramel. I'm down to the last one of that too. The newest one is cinnamon, and it is so good. Unfortunately, I was traveling when mine arrived, and the cinnamon bars, and it rained, and I was gone for days. I was in Atlanta at an event for work, so and it rained on my box and all kinds of other stuff. So I had to stick mine in the fridge to cool them back off, but they're still good. So anyway, they have great customer service and great customer support. So number one, it's good to have things shipped to you when you know you're going to be home. But number 2, Perfect Keto, I have found, is an exceptional company in terms of customer service and customer support. Anyway, these are their new ones. Cinnamon roll. And you can see where my box got all wet. That was my bad. Anyway, they are so cinnamony. We're talking about taking and baking with their MCT powder. So if I made brownies, this cinnamon, I would so crumble this up, or this would be so good on my yogurt or so good on my ice cream, especially with some of that peanut butter macadamia granola that I like so much, for sure. So anyway, the biggest thing that I get asked all the time, like I said, is, let me get all this stuff out of the way, about using how much of the MCT oil I use, how much of the collagen I use, do I use them together, etc. So with the MCT oil, again with the C8C10, the C8C10 blend I'm seeing the same results as I'm trying the pure C8 oil, not seeing better results. So it's not worth the extra price, and always want you guys to have not only the best quality, but also the best value. So stick with the cheaper one. You're supposed to start with 1 teaspoon of the MCT oil and work your way up very gradually, to see how your stomach tolerates it. I do 2 tablespoons in my first morning coffee with no problems. Then I put the collagen in a separate coffee, but you can put them together. So that was kind of the biggest question I get asked all the time. If you have any other questions about any of the Perfect Keto products, again, the stuff I don't like is the flavored powders. However, I'm going to bake with them because I have them. So I wanted to try them and test them because I thought they have a lot better ingredients or a lot higher quality stuff than the powdered creamer that I use now. So I was hoping I could replace that, but it didn't happen. And I'm picky. We're all picky. You like what you like and you don't what you don't. Some people love their chocolate MCT oil powder or their salted caramel collagen powder. I don't. But the one thing I want to encourage you to pay attention to is those are my 4 favorite products. I like all their bars. I love their nut butters, their MCT C8C10 oil, and their unflavored collagen. And you can find that at the link that I gave you, my 4 favorites. I had them put them just all on one page to make it easy for you. And avoid anything else on the site that has exogenous ketones in it, including their base. So be careful of their bundle deals or anything that seems like a good deal, but it's going to have products I highly do not recommend that you use. So that's it. I'm actually off to eat one of these cinnamon roll bars. Or I could be a responsible adult and go to dinner. Because that's probably what I need to do. I had MCT oil, the Perfect Keto oil, in my coffee this morning, and it is 7:40 p.m. my time, and I'm just now getting hungry. That's crazy. I mean, it's a major appetite suppressant, which is really convenient. You don't have to be like thinking about what am I going to eat all day long, which is very nice. Definitely don't get cravings or feel snacky or anything like that during the day. All right, if you have any questions, leave me a comment. And otherwise, happy shopping, and I hope that helps you and saves you some money and helps you make the best decisions when you're shopping Perfect Keto, because I didn't love everything, but what I do love, I really, really like. So have a great rest of the day or night. And like I said, leave me a comment or a question. And if you've tried any of the Perfect Keto stuff, I would love to hear what your favorite is or your favorite way to use it.